Hello, Richard. Richard, I haven't talked to you. I had to miss last week, but I have not talked to you since we collected together a gazillion backpacks. That was really an awesome time.
Yeah, it was, and you led the charge for that, and I really want to say thank you publicly for that. You really did. You put your heart in it, and it really. I think we're close to 8,000 now,
Wow.
and yeah. So I mean, and they're still coming, and the hits just keep on coming. But I think the greatest thing is to say thank you and realize that the awareness, once our city becomes aware and became aware of
Yeah.
our drive and the need, they responded. And
Man, they did. They came out,
yeah,
that was a couple Fridays ago. There was traffic stopped on 19. The one thing that resonated with me most is we think of kind of the same places again and again, but there's a lot of school districts that have a good tax base and ones we don't think of. And
yeah,
the education partnership, where they were explaining this to me, was there's a lot of good tax bases or ones that we think are doing great, and the teachers are still paying out of pocket for supplies. So it it's pervasive in all places where they need a pick me up. And the amount of supplies was kind of like just as important as the backpacks. Just because you send your kid off to school doesn't mean
right,
they have construction paper and pencils. And
right.
some places they just run out. Man, that was awesome.
Those are total.
It was awesome.
Our total, I think we have a total dollar value here, and I'm going to tell you in a minute.
Uh huh.
Um, but it's pretty eye opening. And we did this on the Bubba Show yesterday, and we talked about teachers and first day of school, and and the great need, and the teachers that are so underappreciated. And you see, like, and I don't remember the young girl's name. The principal of a city school was on the front page of the Pittsburgh Post Gazette, happy, smiling, encouraging one of her students, wearing a backpack. I mean, it's just wonderful to see, and we really don't appreciate. I don't think any of us appreciate the teachers and the school system as much as we could. So anyway, so thank you for everybody. Um, so if we move past that, there's a couple things I really do want to talk about,
All right, let's go.
and maybe none of them have anything to do with sports, but
That's all right.
but I do. There is a sports piece I want to talk about, and his name is Joey Porter, and we'll come back to that. But
Yeah, I have thoughts on that.
yeah, I do too. And I can't wait to hear yours.
Mhm.
They probably are different, but so that's one thing. I must mention the passing of Dolly Parton. I have to mention it. It's honestly, and I have met her, and
Mhm.
yeah, I just honestly, I was thinking this morning, I challenge anybody to find something negative about that.
I I was just gonna say that. I spent the last hour and a half or so this morning going over some things. And first of all, no one has anything bad to say about her. But
No,
also, here's the other part. She grew up in Appalachia, very poor, self made, gave back tons. But in terms of the people who she touched, it's everything from inner city people to mountain people to people into heavy metal music to people that are down home country people. Like, she had credibility that cut across all sectors. That's when you can tell someone really has it.
yeah, and she didn't care. If she was judged, she didn't care.
Nope.
She was just real, and I loved her voice, and I really loved their Kenny Rogers duet. My favorite Christmas album is her and Kenny, A Country Christmas. I love that song. That not just the song, but the album. Um, I really love everything she stood for and still does. And I had to just call that out for one
Well,
minute.
let me interject too. Something I did not know until this morning when I started reading is that, well, I knew she had donated books, to a
But
lot of places. Did you know this? That the Pittsburgh, the Carnegie Library system, okay, right here in Pittsburgh, in Western Pennsylvania, they benefited over 300,000 books from Dolly Parton.
I did not know that.
Neither did I. I did not know that until this morning. That's so the amount of books she donated, like 30 million books in her lifetime to different libraries. It was 300,000 some here in Western Pennsylvania. That's incredible.
Yeah, it really is. But even more, where that all begins is inside her and her ability to look at herself. She didn't take herself too seriously. She was who she was. And I don't know that there's another one out there. There are several people that when they open their mouth to sing, they're immediately distinguishable from anybody else. Dolly Parton's one. The Weeknd is one. Ariana Grande is one. When they open their mouth to sing, Halsey is one. You know who it is, and it comes with an image immediately.
Well, yeah, it's almost like the best gimmick now is to be original.
Yeah,
It just be yourself.
yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got a lot of that. Like, okay, I'm not putting on any airs. I'm just who I am. And wait a minute, that strikes people. Oh yeah. So what's your gimmick? My gimmick is I'm just me.
Yeah, because I really don't care,
Right.
frankly. We've said things on this show that if other people said, they'd get canceled. Whatever term that is. But I think people accept us. People accept you. They accept me. But it's just because I hate the word. It's an overused word, but authentic.
Yeah.
And so, look at Dolly Parton. She's a great role model for anybody and everybody. She really is. She's fabulous. I loved her. I loved her songs. I loved what she represented. And you talk about an American dream.
Oh,
that was her.
So 100%.
I did want to talk about that. Because
sure.
I just feel like, she deserves it. Donald Trump put the flags at half mast. Did you see that?
Oh, he did? I did not see that this morning. Rightly so. Now, someone said, what was it that they should name? There was something in Tennessee that they should name after, and I forget what it was. And they said if it went to the Senate floor, it would get immediate approval. And I forget what it was. But anyway, so what else you got?
This is not going to be a popular conversation.
Sure.
But I want to talk about Jed York.
You know him. You've known Jed York.
I know
I want to say you knew like when Jed York was born.
When Jed York was born, it was, I believe, 1980.
Because he's like 3 or 4 years younger than me.
My father passed away in 1982. At that moment, at that time, Denise DeBartolo, now DeBartolo York, but Denise DeBartolo came to my house out of respect for my father, Eddie Jr. And I got to tell you, we weren't anything. We weren't special. We weren't anything, but they took time to do that. And that's the solidarity of the family. And if I were to be able to talk to them today, or Eddie or Denise, I would say the best gift you guys have is the strength of your family, and don't run away from it. Who's perfect, right? I mean,
yeah,
I'm not justifying anything. I'm just saying, let's not be so quick to judge.
Yeah, it's crazy in that I guess he still spends time in Ohio.
Well, I saw that he's going through divorce. He filed for divorce. So you could create and spin any narrative you want from that. Home, he's a very close Italian family. Maybe going through a rough patch in his life, moves home because it's comfort there for him. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just speculating, but I could spin any narrative. The only narrative is, and I tie it to the Dolly Parton thing because she was so wonderful, and and it's so easy to really go the opposite way in this story about Jed York, and I don't want that to happen. And again, not defending anything. It was the dumbest freaking thing you could ever imagine. But I don't know what the people say. They who is without sin cast the first stone, right? So let's not cast the first stone.
Gotcha. All right. So there's that. Oh, speaking of school, I had to interject real quick about school.
Okay.
And starting. Did you see my son started Votech yesterday, auto mechanics school?
I didn't see it. Where would I see it?
I'll send you the picture. Oh, it was on social media. I'll send you the picture. He was all suited up. He had his toolbox. He had his OMP
We want to get
racing.
behind him. We want to get behind him right away. Like, how do we do that?
I'll send you all the information.
I want to go all the way through with him. I want him to be a Schultz Ford person. I want him. I want to develop him right here.
Well, you might lose him to Concord, North Carolina, because he's got NASCAR in his sights. So
I think that's wonderful. I'll help him get ready for it. I want
yes.
him
Yesterday was first day of VOTEC, and he's fired up about it.
What grade would he be?
10th. 10th is the first year you could do automotive tech. Today's the second day.
So he's 16?
15.
Going to be 16.
Correct.
When?
February.
Wow. So he's going to be driving.
Yeah, we'll see. Yep. But they do want those. It was in all the literature. They want those students to get their driver's license as quickly as possible in that program, because they can become part of certified emissions testing and stuff.
Right.
And thus you need to be able to move the cars around.
What school would he, what VOTEC school would
Beatty.
he? Beatty?
Uh-huh.
Can I reach out to them and see if we can do something and sponsor him or do something?
Sure. I'll send you all the information.
Okay. Yeah. I'd love to do that. I want to help his career.
Their class is awesome and all the kids are great. And so I am big on the trades. I am big on looking at, I was thinking if I was a little bit younger, I might quit what I'm doing and go to school for 2 years. And the trades right now are.
You'd have to be a lot younger.
Oh yeah, you're right. But the trades right now with these kids, first of all, they're embraced by their peers. It's much different than when we were growing up, where it's like, we can't do this, can't go to college, go and do it. No, they're embraced all across the boards, all socioeconomic. There's no divide. And kids are like, wait, so I'm not going to have any student loans. I'm going to come out of school. I'm going to get a little training, couple years. I'm going to work really hard at that, though.
Yeah.
But then I'm not going to have debt and I'm going to start making money. What's the downside here?
Well, you sound like Jim Farley. That's his mantra. He says that always.
And this Mike Rowe is real big on it, right? Is that guy too?
Yep.
But
yep.
Yeah, it's like they need airplane mechanics. They need auto mechanics. And look, AI ain't taking that job.
No, not ever.
Anyway, I had to interject.
Okay, so that's that, and congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay, go on to the popular
Joey Porter.
Well,
You think I'm going to disagree with you, but I might not.
What are your thoughts? You go first.
PJ Watt is a descending player, and they paid him. Joey Porter is probably an ascending player. I don't understand why they're not paying him.
Could it be? Oh, I don't want to say this. Do they, air quote, do they not see him as the talent others do?
If that were the case, then they should have traded him.
I don't know, but I'm looking for possible scenarios as to why.
It's going to benefit no one. Not practicing, not working out, not being ready, and then plugging them in game one if something does happen. You know what I mean? Like this right now is a much different holdout than the other ones, kind of, because it's in the infancy of his career. There's still a lot of questions. It's not like the third or fourth contract like we saw it with like Hines Ward and different guys like kind of later on in their career. Right. This is kind of straight out of the gate. I don't think that either side benefits from inactivity right now. You follow me?
I do. And I don't get it. But then I'm not the judge of talent. So
your point is very well taken. It kind of feels like one of these, okay, then I won't come to practice. And the organization's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Ken Wisenhunt being here, and I would always complain about our corners. And he said the Steelers' philosophy was put the money up front, and in the corners, you can sign a middle of the pack corner.
I kind of agree with that in so much as this. No matter how much people complain about corners, there's always room to complain a lot more. Like you could have Mel Blount and people will complain about the one play somebody catches a ball each game.
I don't know how you stop that. Honestly,
right.
I don't know how you stop
it. It feels like in the NFL nowadays, you can complete a 6-yard pass every play if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Every single play.
Oh, yeah.
And if you tackle people, get them on the ground, okay, case in point, this is probably the greatest example. People complained a lot about Ike Taylor.
I was one of them.
People relatively, when you really measure it, Ike Taylor was a great football player. He got people on the ground. He didn't intercept the ball a lot, of course.
He had cement hands.
He's not paid to catch.
He's paid to make interceptions.
Nah, he's paid to stop the other team from pushing the ball down the field.
We're going to disagree.
But if you really look at it from all different stats, numbers, data, Ike Taylor was a really great football player. But you
compare him to Rod Woodson.
Rod Woodson's the Hall of Fame. He's one of the top 75 players ever.
That's my point.
Okay. You can be, there's a lot of room there between bad and Hall of Fame.
I didn't say bad. I said average. You said great.
I think he's one of the best Steeler corners ever.
That's an indictment on our judgment on corners.
No, it is a bar setting of exactly how difficult that position is. To even be above average is hard. Because look at how many guys get cycled through. The Steelers have all teams. They got a different guy every 2 years. That job's not easy.
I disagree.
All right. But
I don't disagree that the job's not easy, but neither are 21 other jobs on the field.
Yeah, I would disagree that I think it's the most difficult job in football. But to your point about Joey Porter, I wonder if there's a divide in which he views his talent and the organization views his talent. I do think you're onto something there.
It may be. And, because I think he's looking for something really big. Let's break it down. Let's use data. I don't know this answer. How many games did he miss last year?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then what were his stats? How many passes completed against him? How many touchdowns did he give up? There's a lot of data that I would want before I had an opinion.
There is, but for me, the number one question is this: no matter what this data set is from last year, is he ascending or not? Because you're not just paying for the now, you're essentially paying for the future. And that's a big thing. And if they don't think that he's going to be good in 3 years, you don't pay him now.
Is this his year 3?
No, it's year
4.
Yeah, 3.
3. It's year 3.
Yes.
Coming into year 3.
Yes.
Okay. So I also think that coming into year 3 is a little bit aggressive to demand a really high salary.
I would agree, but does Joey Porter need to be better than everyone else in the NFL at corner, or does he just need to think he's the best Steelers option right now? That's also part of the negotiation.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hey, you could talk about this guy on this team, this guy on that team. I'm the best you got.
Yeah. Well, and I know the hype. Everybody loves him. Everybody thinks he's fabulous. And I go back to his Penn State days. Again, Ken Wisenhunt.
You go back to his North Allegheny days, actually.
His North Allegheny days, yeah. And he grew up with my son.
Right.
But even before, and everybody always talked about him. Everybody said, prime elite. Ken Wisenhunt told me that at Penn State because Ken was assistant coach on the sidelines. He called me and said, Richard, this kid, he's top 10. And that's what we're waiting to see. Have we seen it? I don't know.
I think ultimately it won't get settled this year.
Well, that would be a shame because now you're playing with a black cloud over your head. And I would really like to see it resolved one way or another.
One thing that I would want to really know is what he wants and what his dad wants, and if those two things align.
Good question. That's a very good question.
Because it doesn't feel like his dad wants to ruin relationships over a couple bucks.
I don't know where you're saying that from, but I guess that's true. I don't know.
In terms of the organization, I don't know.
Yeah,
the organization
is based that on
the fact that he was essentially fired by the organization as a coach. His dad was.
Yeah.
Yet still welcome back and still views them as part of the family. It's important for his dad to be under the umbrella of a Steeler to him. That's an important part of his identity. You follow what I'm saying?
I
That
do.
he was fired by the organization, yet he's still welcome there.
Well, I mean, obviously, there's another family story. Not like the DeBarlos, but the Porter family is very tight. And,
Yes.
And so, Dad rightfully should have a guidance into whatever happens. He's got the experience, and that's the strength of that family. So, yeah, I mean, maybe that's part of it, but I think it's more basic than that. I think they may be evaluating talent differently.
I was getting surgery and stuff and taking all kind of like pain pills, which I threw down the toilet after 2 days. I didn't need them anymore. Apparently, while I was under, Will Howard fell off a cliff.
So did Drew Aller.
What's going to happen?
Well, I read this morning those two quarterbacks are going to play only. So that tells me Mason Rudolph, he has a lock on number 2.
Yes,
right?
They're playing for the 3rd spot.
Yep. So I'm a Drew Aller fan, but I also like Will Howard. So and I think they're two different styles, but the Will Howard model to me is the back to the 49ers. What's the quarterback's name for the 49ers?
Joe Montana?
No, the guy that's playing now. The quarterback.
Oh, from Iowa State. Yeah. You like him?
I do, and I like his style, and I think Will Howard has that style. I think we could do that with Will Howard. He doesn't have the explosive arm that Drew Aller has, but he would be, I think, a great model of. Come on, tell me his name. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just foggy. I apologize. So you put me on the spot. I don't, it is what it is.
Brock Purdy.
Oh, Brock Purdy. Yes.
Said my two brainchild.
Yeah. From Iowa State. But anyhow, so you think Will Howard's like him?
I do. I think, because Brock Purdy's not going to overpower you with his arm strength. And I think that's what you have in Will Howard. But I like Will Howard. I will tell you, I like Will Howard. And maybe that's what you do. 1, 2, 3. Aaron Rodgers, Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and then practice squad goes Drew Aller. I don't know. But but somebody can claim him though, right?
Yes. Yeah. You won't be able to carry a quarterback on practice squad the whole time.
They won't do that.
Yeah. Right. Oh, by the way,
yes.
Before we go, do you know what I'm driving now that is fantastic? I've fallen in love with the Maverick Lobo edition. I didn't even know.
I was just talking about that. Yeah. I love it. What color?
Black on black.
Black wheels?
You know what it feels like?
No, I don't.
The NASCAR Truck Series.
Really?
It feels like a chopped down truck.
I get it. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll tell you what, from a fuel mileage standpoint, from a get up and go standpoint, and from like a cornering standpoint, it's a great like little runaround and a highway truck. That Maverick, I've fallen in love with the Maverick.
Chelsea's husband drives a Maverick. He likes it too, I think. Doesn't he? Yeah.
It is a great vehicle.
Yeah.
It is the last of the Ford vehicles that I had yet to drive.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, it's practical.
Well, I'm glad you like it. I'm driving a Shelby right now.
I saw your son posted a picture, like father, like son, something like that. And the two were in the driveway.
I'm going to kill him.
Yep. Well, I saw some Shelby. Wait.
It's insane.
I saw they did something. They had a Shelby on a crane or something the other day. What was happening there at Ford? Did they unveil some new Shelby? They did something, yes. That was
the unveiling of the Mustang Dark Horse SC.
Oh, there we go. That's what it was.
But it was a convertible.
Oh?
Yeah, that's interesting. I love convertibles.
It was the Shelby, but is that Shelby SC the one that doesn't have air conditioning and stuff?
I don't know.
Because it has like the full-on racing package?
Well, the racing package, the track pack, I believe still has air conditioning.
It still does? Okay. All right. But
I have a track pack on my Shelby right now. There's no back seat.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And then your tachometer reads like when you drive because you drive like a maniac.
And the front end just lifts right off the ground.
Well, yeah, which means you have to watch the back end doesn't go like that.
I only get on it on a straightaway.
Yeah, and if there's a little bit of standing water on the road, you can end up in the woods.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's the fastest vehicle I've ever driven.
Yeah, again, does it have a
Yes, paddle shift.
oh
So
Man.
I have the United States of America's most talented technician.
yeah,
Sought after Mustang technician. People call him from everywhere. His name is Mark Kotowski. And Mark is a Shelby expert. He's just a Mustang expert across the board.
right.
And he drives a Shelby. And of course, he juiced his to some crazy horsepower. And I was talking to him yesterday, and I said, Mark, I don't understand. My car, it feels like it's a turbo, but it's supercharged. I can put it down a little bit, and then it hits one level. And then when I go all the way down, and it goes, and it just takes off, right?
Right.
And he said, have you tried the sport setting?
Right. Twist it one over. Yes.
Changes the shifting patterns. So I tried it when I went home last night and again this morning on the way to the office. Oh my heaven. It's insane.
Do you know what I like with that Shelby and with just the Dark Horse or any of the real, like even the the bigger the regular kind of Mustangs, but with a bigger engine, is waking up before everybody in the morning, being like the first guy in the neighborhood and pulling out of the driveway. And
people hate me. People hate me.
So what?
Yeah,
so what?
Exactly.
Anyway, well,
all right.
Good to talk to you.
Glad you're back.
Glad I'm alive.
Glad you're back. You missed it.
Yeah, I'll speak to you soon.
Glad you were back.
Oh, okay. Haha. See ya.